welcome back. If you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe now. And don't forget to like and comment below too if you want to see videos like this again. Then we want to see that feedback. So definitely make sure you let me know. And we are gonna do some fun things today because Apple did drop the iOS 14. We got shortcuts, which we already had before. We got widgets, we got app covers, like all the above. So we're gonna talk about everything today. So normally I'm doing Disney stuff. Obviously Disney is not open right now, so I've only been able to give you guys like old footage. So I wanted to do a video for you guys so that you could see how you can customize and organize and create the cutest home screens that you possibly can on your phones. So let's get to it. So one of the major things that you want to do is obviously make sure that you download the new iOS system onto your phone. That's kind of the key to doing this right now. I'm getting in the mood for Halloween, so I kind of created a nice little Halloween overlay for my phone through the widgets and through the app covers. So I'm gonna take you guys through both of those things so you guys can see how to use this stuff. But first, what I want to talk about is how much I actually really like the app library. This feels very Android-y to me. I used to have a Samsung and I loved when you could do themes and you could do all these custom overlays to your phone, and Apple, you've never been able to do that until now. Well, technically, we were able to customize our apps before this update. I don't know if anybody was aware of that. I was not aware of that. But yeah, actually like a year ago, when shortcuts were introduced, we were able to do this. So I feel kind of stupid that I didn't even know that, but I learned it very quickly, and so now I get to show you guys how to do it. Like I said, first things first, download your update. So you guys can see when I swipe this direction, I get what's called an app library. So this is a place where Apple just goes ahead and organizes all the apps on your phone for you. So I have basically deleted almost every single little, what did you call them when you would combine all the things? I don't even know. But I got rid of all of those where you would combine your little boxes together. I got rid of all of them because it doesn't matter anymore. They literally do it for you. So it makes it super convenient. Like all my games, if it will open, all my games are in one spot. And then, let's see, my health and fitness apps are in one spot. Everything for like education. It kind of puts some things in weird places, like I have like Disney apps in my information and reading, and then some of the Disney apps are in travel. So that's a little strange. I wish I could just create my own Disney app. That would be nice if we could edit the app library. That's Apple, next update. But yes, so it really compiles everything together for you, all your social media apps, like everything. So really cool and helpful. And then, so now when you swipe over to your notification page, you can put widgets on that. And I've actually put the majority of my widgets on that because I feel like it's just a lot easier, and then I don't have to think about it while it's on there. So I have like my Google Maps, I have like my, oops, I'm not trying to open things. I have my Star Walk. My God, stop touching it. What the heck? Okay, I have my Star Walk app on there. Stop. Oh my God, it's just so, like, see, why are we doing this? I'm not even opening you. You can edit it just like you would your home screen. So you can delete and add. Your little add button is up there at the top. And then you can go through and see all the things that you want to add. You can customize these widgets. Ooh, we're in the spirit of Halloween. We can customize these widgets as well. But unfortunately, things like the weather app, you have to like buy a subscription to the widget apps in order to use like the special ones. And I'm not about to do that. So we're leaving that well enough alone. So anyway, you can see here I've kind of started a little bit. I have my Instagram with like a fun little lollipop background, and then I've done my to-do things, and my calendar and time are there too. And then I've also done on the next page, I have my Disney apps, and then I have my main calendar at the top and all of that. So, and then next is the app library. So this new format really helps you declutter your entire iPhone, which is amazing because I know mine had so many of those little clustered boxes all over my page trying to organize things, and it just looked horrendous. So let's walk you through how you declutter first. So if you don't want to declutter anything, you can skip forward, but we're gonna declutter, and I'm just gonna show you guys. So first things first, I'm just gonna start and edit my home screen, which like you basically have to do this with everything. You have to just edit your home screen in order to do anything. So it's gonna be your new favorite tool for doing this. Also, I will warn you, this is a little bit time consuming. So if you're bored, it's the perfect time to do it. But if you're really busy, this does take a little bit of time. So just be prepared for that. Here you can see we can actually edit our pages entirely. So right now I actually have a page right at the bottom that is not being shown. So if I check the box at the bottom, it'll show that page now. And then I actually have another page, so you see that now we've added another one before we get over there. But you just tap the little dots at the bottom to open that, and then you uncheck them or check them. So right now I have them hidden, so they're still there, it's just they're hidden. So in case you want them, they're there. So let's see, what I'm gonna do, let's do the Weather Channel. So I'm gonna go to edit home screen. And the way you put things in your app library is you edit your home screen, click the minus sign, and you're gonna see this pop up, and it's gonna say delete the app or move it to the app library. And obviously you just wanna move everything to the app library unless you truly just want it gone. But if you move it to the app library, then it just goes off of your page there. And then when you swipe over, it'll still be over there, wherever it went. Yeah, right there. So it's still there. So you don't have to worry about it totally disappearing. I know some people are like freaked out by that, but do not worry. So the app library is gonna become your new best friend. Fair warning. So now I'm going to show you guys how to customize your widgets and then how to do your app covers. So we'll get to that. And that also includes shortcuts. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so when using your widgets, normally, so let's do this. We're gonna go and we're gonna edit our screen. Up at the top left, you see a plus sign, and this is gonna show you all the widgets that you can add. So let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and I wanna match one so that you guys can see it. I have my reminders, and let's see, so we're gonna go ahead and add my things to do. You can see that this is just like the norm of what you would get for your widgets. And but we want to have fun with it. We don't just want the norm. So we want to remove that bad boy. And then what we're gonna do, there's two apps that I like. One is Widgetsmith, and then the other one is a color widget. So when you go into your stuff, so here's color widget. I kind of think color widget is fun. I know a lot of people hate it, but I actually really like it. It's not necessarily as customizable as other things, but it is cute for doing like your times and calendars. So like I have this right now, and yeah, that's kind of really all that it's for. So, but it is cute, and so that's why I kind of like it. But again, there isn't as much as you could do as the other apps. So let's see, we want Widgetsmith. Widgetsmith is gonna have your most options. So you can see I already have started ones that are on my main page. And everything that they do is just kind of, you know, like the generic thing. So I'm gonna add one so you guys can see. It'll just start like that. And you go and you tap on it if you wanna edit it. And you can see all the different options for different apps that you have. And I think that's really cool because you can completely customize everything. And you can see these things that have like little locks on them. When you tap that, it tells you that you have to buy stuff, and that's why I'm like, no thank you. So it does have like cooler features if you guys want to venture into that and pay for that. I'm not gonna do that. So let's just go ahead. Let's see, originally I had the clock that was up there, and so that you guys can see how I made my little orange clock. You gotta set your location, and then you can pick what style you want. Okay, so I am very sorry my camera just randomly turned off. No clue why. So let me just go ahead. I'm gonna show this again because I don't know what recorded and what didn't. So let's put our recorder back on. And so the way that you're gonna add your widgets is you're gonna hold down one of your apps and edit the screen. And then you click the plus sign at the top. You're gonna scroll all the way down to Widgetsmith, and I made a small one. So we're gonna add Widgetsmith just like that. And then you can see this was actually an old one that I made, so I made a new one. And so in order for you to change between your widgets, you just tap on it while you're editing things. And you can see that there's a labeled one, so tap it again. And I had created another one. You wanna make sure to label these properly because they can get lost, obviously, because you can't see an image of them. You can see the image in the Widgetsmith app, but you can't see it on here. So then you go ahead and tap the one that you chose, tap back, and then it's gonna change that one. So everything is very customizable so that you can match your fun themes that you have going on and make it really cute. On these ones, all I did was I did the orange text with a pastel orange background and then the orange trim. That's how I did my to-do list and my calendar. The one up top in the corner with like the time and battery and all that, that one was the color widget that I did. So now that we messed around with the widgets, we are going to move on to doing app covers through shortcuts. So let's get to it. So if you're not familiar with shortcuts, Shortcuts is this lovely little app right here. And Shortcuts basically allows you to create shortcuts. I mean, I don't really know how else to explain it. So you create something like I just tapped on that and it takes you over to Instagram. And then, so with Shortcuts, the amazing thing is that like here on my Instagram, I don't know if you can see it down by the little skeleton gingerbread guy, I made my background lollipops and I do a little symbol and I titled it The Gram because you do it for the gram, right? So I'm gonna show you guys how to get this all customized so that you guys can have a fun theme screen. So I am gonna go ahead and link my website somewhere around here on my main page or on my Instagram somewhere. Head over to my website and I'm gonna actually give you guys some downloadable files of what I have as my app covers so that you guys can match my app covers. No, I'm not gonna do any custom colors for anybody. If you wanna go ahead and edit mine, that's totally fine, cool with that. Or if I teach you in this next part how to do it on Photoshop, then you guys will be able to do it too. You can also use other apps. You don't have to use Photoshop. I have Photoshop, so that's why I use that, but you can use things like Canva. I think that there's even like a free Photoshop for your phone. I'm not sure though. If you have Procreate on your iPad, you could use that. There's so many artsy apps that you could use that could help you make them. And if you don't want to actually like make ones that have the logos or icons on them, you can go ahead and just upload photos over them. So I know some people did like a Hocus Pocus overlay or like a Rugrats overlay or a Jimmy Neutron overlay. Like, people have gone crazy and done really fun stuff. So I can only imagine what all this stuff is gonna look like come Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's and Valentine's Day. Everyone's gonna be going crazy using these apps, or well, app covers. You know what I mean. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that on Photoshop, and then we're gonna come back and add them to our apps through our shortcuts. Okay, a little confusing, but it'll kind of make sense when you see what I do. So if you don't need to learn how to do this and you already have ones you want to use, go ahead and skip forward. But if not, then stay tuned and we'll be doing this real quick. Okay guys, so we're gonna get started on Photoshop. So the first thing that you wanna do is make a square as your background, a 1:1 ratio, or in my case, I did 1000 megapixels by 1000 megapixels. It's a little large for this, so you may not need it that big, but that's fine. Then we're gonna go ahead and fill in our background with a filler color, and I chose this nice pastel orange because we're going for a fall theme, right? So that was a good choice there. Then head over to your internet, and what you wanna do is search for whatever look or aesthetic you're going for. Obviously mine, I'm trying to do like orange colors, and so you want to search for an orange aesthetic, and then you're gonna find all these pleasing photos that are orange, and I like a lot of them, but it's Halloween, so I think like some candy ones would be kind of fun, and so I'm gonna add this lollipop one, and then we're gonna go up to our bar at the top screen because we want to adjust the sizing. So I'm gonna hit edit, transform, and then scale, because scale will keep it to scale, but we can still move it so it won't get all wonky on you. And then you wanna extend it just a little bit outside your box so that you don't have any white lines overhanging. And then that's good to go. Then you're gonna go back to the internet, and what we're gonna do is search for an icon. So I'm gonna do my Instagram one first. And so you're gonna type in anything like Instagram PNG or Instagram logo PNG, and then you'll have some that will pop up. And you wanna make sure that you have a checkered background pop up on that right-hand side. Notice none of these I've clicked have a checkered background. And you don't want the ones like there, because that is not going to be good for you. This one, how it popped up like that, that's the one you want. You want ones that do that. And then you can either save them or drag and drop them into your file. And then again, you wanna go to edit, transform, and scale so that you can make it proportionally correct. And then once you have it centered exactly how you would like it placed, because I want it to be nice and in the middle, there's usually little lines that pop up that will kind of guide you. I'm going to go up to blending options, because this is where I can change the color of that layer, and then you go over to color overlay, and I already have it set to white, as you can see, which was what I wanted anyway, so that's perfect, and I'm at 100% opacity, so we're good. And then the next thing I'm gonna wanna do is export this, but I want it as a not a PNG, I want it as a JPEG because it's a smaller file. So we're gonna export it as a JPEG so that it will go to my desktop. And then once we save it on our desktop, or whatever file you want it saved under, then go ahead and save it. And then once we get that saved to our desktop, we are then going to go ahead and send it to our phone. And then here I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys how I'm adding multiple layers onto this file and transforming and scaling each one of them. And again, you can just drag and drop them or save them under files and then import them. And I'm just gonna go really fast through this and import all the ones that I want to use. Obviously I've sped this up, I don't really work this fast. So once you get those done for all your backgrounds, then you wanna do your icons. So again, same like you would your backgrounds, you're gonna type in what icons you would want, and you always wanna do a PNG file. And then what you want to do again to get that white color, go to your blending options, do color overlay. You can pick any color for that PNG file. And then here I want to show you guys how you could do your files like this that go wrong. So this one, because I'm going to do a color overlay, but the middle is colored, then we have an issue, right? So what we have to do is we have to go over to our little magic wand and tap on the triangle, and it highlights it like that. Then go to your eraser and then erase that middle white part so that you don't have to deal with that. Then you can deselect it by hitting Control D or another button. Then go ahead and do the blending options to do your color overlay, so then it will look more normal like this. And then you don't have to worry about it being just a big white box. And then once you have that, then you are all set. And then you're just gonna do the same thing with as many icons as you want to have on your apps. Some people just want blank ones or really colorful ones and don't really care to have icons unless they're like the important ones. I just went ahead and did everything on my main screen, but it's completely up to you. So yeah, just layer as many as you want and then you're all good to go. Okay, so now that we have completed our fun file on Photoshop, and now that you have a bunch of customized icons that can now go over your apps, we are gonna now add the apps. And the only way that we can do that is through shortcuts. So we have to utilize shortcuts. So we find our shortcuts app, and you can see here I've already done my Instagram one. Ugh, itchy nose. Why do we always have an itchy nose? Oh, and now we got things falling in our eyeballs. Okay, everything at once. My life. Let's learn how to do it. So this, honestly, I really was so confused when I first started doing this. I was like, nothing's working and everything just gives me a check mark and nothing's happening and I don't know. People are crazy. This doesn't work. Like, I was like so annoyed when they first updated this. I could not figure it out. I know shortcuts have been around, but I didn't know that you could do anything with that. I thought it was just a waste of time, which it kind of is. It actually does make things lag. It adds an extra step. So for example, I'll show you guys here. When I tap on my Instagram app, it opens up shortcut and then takes me over to Instagram. So it basically is to open an app to open the app. So it's kind of slower. But if that does not bother you, then you'll be perfectly fine. I know for me, it doesn't necessarily bother me. I'll see when it comes to me having to do something really fast and then freaking out about it. But until that moment happens, I'm gonna leave it like this. So this is how we're gonna do it. I'm leaving my Facebook pages the same because the flag's already orange, so it already works with the scheme. But we're gonna start with our photos. And so I'm gonna just kind of do this in order down my page so that you guys can see it. And I'll show you guys once and then I'll speed it up so that you guys can kind of get the idea. So let's see. What you do is you go over to shortcuts. You're going to hit the plus sign, add an action. Now, when you click on regular things, it doesn't work. Like if you just click on Instagram, it takes you to add a post and it doesn't really work or help or do anything for that matter. So what you need to do is you need to search open app and then you'll see the one with like all the multicolored boxes there. You want to check that and then tap choose so that then you can search which apps you want. This is the only way to do this. If you directly choose the app, it gets really obnoxious because it doesn't open the app. It does whatever other action you want it to do. So if you're just trying to have it open the app and use the app regularly, then do it this way. Okay, so now what we want is our photos. So let's just go ahead and type in photos and there we are. We click that, now we're good. Then you wanna go and tap the 3 blue dots and then we're gonna name this photos as it is. And then the little highlighted screen right there, you want to tap that little box, and then now you can put whatever you want on the cover. So I'm gonna go to choose photo, and then, oops, I took some selfies. And then let's see, I created one right here for my photos. It was a little wonky and blurry, but that's fine. And I'm gonna go ahead and say choose, and then add, done. And so now we have our photos here. So now we tap that, and then look, it takes you to your photos. How neat. So I'm gonna, oops, I'm gonna hold that down, edit the home screen. Let's go back to our home page, move that guy over. We're gonna get rid of him, and you're just removing him from the home screen, so he still exists. He's in your app library, don't forget that. He's not gone forever. But now we have a fun one. Yeah. I don't know, it's exciting to me. I don't know if it's exciting for everybody, but it's exciting to me. So I'm gonna show you guys one more time, and then I'm gonna go through this super fast, and then you guys are gonna see my magical new screen. Now I'm not doing every app, I am not that crazy. But if you guys feel the need to do every app, go for it. If you are gonna do that to save time, download like a plain color or fun colors or something, or an already made image off of the internet, and save that to your photos, and then you can add them to all of them. So that makes it really easy. If you guys don't want to be like me and literally have the exact icons for everything. Now we're gonna do Shazam, so let's go to Shazam. So we got shortcuts, add a shortcut, and then we're gonna do again, open app. Click the open app, you're gonna choose which app. We want Shazam. And then click the little dots, hit add to home screen. We are Shazam. Tap the little box, choose your photo, and let's see, I made some fun ones and some plain ones. So I'm gonna see which ones I want, and then we'll go from there. So there we go. Okay, and then Shazam is here. Edit home screen. Let's drag you over. Be careful not to like combine them into those little folders. Is that what it's called, a folder? Did we figure that out? Okay, yeah. And then again, you always just want to check that it's gonna actually take you to the app. Okay, perfect, it worked. Yay, okay. So we're getting places, guys. Okay, now I'm gonna zip through this, and I will see you right after. I guess now you guys can see that we have a lovely, aesthetically pleasing front screen. I know that a lot of you probably were like, wow, that was way too much effort to go through all of this. But like I said, if you already have things that you can download from the internet, by all means use those. But like I said, if you go over to my website, I will have these available for you. So if you guys want to download them and make yours look like a pastel orange fun vibe like mine, then go for it. You know, if you don't want to go to this much effort, by all means, just do the widgets. I mean, that adds some fun and flair to it, like without going totally haywire, redoing every freaking app on your phone. Even I think it's a little insane. It's cute and fun, but it's insane. So we're gonna keep it real there. So, do something fun, you know, get creative with it. If you guys are still stuck at home and wanting fun things to do, then I guess now's the time to learn how to use Canva or Photoshop or Procreate or any of those apps, and then try your hand at creating fun apps. I hope that that was enough information for you guys to learn about all of the new fun features and Android-esque features that are now being offered to us via the iPhone iOS 14. You don't have to use these things, they're just there. If you want your phone to stay the same, it can stay the same, but if you guys are kind of bored with the way it looks and want to have some fun with it, try the widgets first. Then you can try the widgets through Widgetsmith or Color Widget. And then you can also try doing app covers through your shortcuts, or just trying shortcuts in general. I feel like my figuring out shortcuts to begin with was the hardest thing. I could not figure it out and I was getting so frustrated, but I figured it out. We're all good. So definitely make sure you play around with it before you start creating things, because then if you have things made and then you don't know how to download them, then it's gonna be a little difficult to create the funness on your page. Anyway, I think I've talked for long enough. Make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe down below, and I will see you guys hopefully soon in the parks in one of my next videos, and we're gonna get back to it. Disney is coming back. Come on! Come on! So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me on this lovely day as we approach our fall season. We are about 3 days into fall right now, so I hope that you guys, wherever you are living, are able to enjoy your nice cozy sweaters. I know here in Southern California it is a nice 90 degrees, so we are not enjoying any of our long sleeved attire just yet. They keep telling us it's gonna cool down, but we don't know when that is, so who knows? And then half the state's on fire, so that's fun. We're just thriving over here. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on my long, strenuous chat about how to waste your life away making your phone look beautiful. But that's okay. We like things like that. We like to look pretty. Even our phones need to look pretty every now and again, right? So, yeah, that's why we waste our time doing it. And the heck was that? Did you guys hear that? There's a ghost. We're ready for Halloween. No! Go home, ghost! That was weird. Okay. And as always, if you didn't know, well, now you know. Bye!